We're all in the Jeep riding up to Traverse City, Michigan, and we notice that our cell phones don't have very many bars on them as we're traveling up north. We stopped at the filling station for lunch. We ordered a flight of beer from the microbrewery and tried a couple of their pizzas. Across the street, we noticed these houses all had solar panels on them. It was too early to check into our hotel, and it was a bit chilly. And we saw this cute little coffee shop called Espresso Bay. And we thought, oh, let's go in here and get some hot coffee to warm up and kind of sit and stay warm. They even gave Lola a little pup cup. It had warmed up a little bit, so we decided to walk around town. There is lots of restaurants and shops and interesting places to see, such as this movie theater. Here is a quick tour of our room. My husband and I had this one, and my daughter and her fiance had another one. For dinner, we had a special reservation at the Trattoria Stella. It is actually inside an old asylum. There are shops and restaurants inside the old asylum, and parts of the asylum, some of the buildings, are still abandoned, and some people say they are haunted. This is the building that the restaurant and shops are in. We ordered quite a few appetizers because we couldn't decide on just one. The shops were closed, but there were lots and lots of shops if you ever want to come and visit here. This is a picture of the front of the building. The next morning we got coffee at Aroma's Coffee and Tea and hit the road again. Unfortunately for us, the road was closed and we had to go in this turnaround to find a different way to get to our destination today.
Winters, it says that, but it's spring now.
No.
Oh, that one does.
We found another road. It was a bit rough, bumpy, and it wasn't exactly paved. It's good that we had a Jeep.
It has a normal, road name.
We made it to our destination. It was called Sleeping Bear Dunes. This was a small inlet, and in the background you can see the sandy dunes. That is where we're headed. Back in the car again, and this time we're heading to the town of Leelanau. This whole area that we are in is called the Leelanau Peninsula. I love that they call it the Unsalted Coast. Next up is our first wine tasting at Verterra. We tasted some wines and some of their hard ciders. And yes, we bought some. Here is a map of where we've been traveling to today. While walking Lola, I found this tiled flower bed that was put together by the Leelanau Conservancy.
Oh gosh. You haven't settled it.
Yeah, it's not cold. Well, tomorrow it's supposed to be 50.
We are back in Traverse City and we decided to have some dinner at Bubba's Burgers and Bar. The next morning we went to the Grand Traverse Pie Bakery and Cafe. Lola likes looking out the window as we're traveling along, and today we're exploring the old Mission Peninsula, and we're going to be hitting up a bunch of wineries. Time for her morning nap. Before heading to the actual wineries, we stopped at the old Mission Lighthouse and we're exploring around the area. I didn't actually know we were coming here today. I thought we were just doing wine tasting, so I didn't have the right shoes on, but I still wanted to go out on the beach to see the lake. It was so pretty. It is so beautiful and the water is so clear. You can see right down to the bottom, which is covered in these beautiful round stones. And then all over the beach are the crushed up freshwater shells.
Considered this area where they all meet, and then eventually when you get past that area in there, you're out to Lake Traverse Bay officially, but that's the West Arms and the East Arms. To be wary of. This water? What is this up there?
Now it's time to get the sand out of my shoes. Our first winery for today is called Two Lads. It was very contemporary looking inside and it looked out over a beautiful view. Our next winery was called Chateau Chantelle. We sat outside and this was our beautiful view. Our next stop was Bowers Harbor Vineyards. I love these carriers that they could bring all the wine right to the table. Our next stop was Briss Estate Vineyard and Winery. And yes, we are at our 5th wine tasting and our last. This is called Bonono Winery. We sat around the outdoor fireplace. We are back in Traverse City and we decided to have dinner at the Rare Bird. I had some coffee at the hotel before we went out to the cottage for breakfast. Thank you for watching. Put all your comments and questions down below. I love reading your comments and I'll see you guys later.